Morning, students. As online class is very difficult to follow, just listen the class 2 or 3 times. Today, I would like to deal with the new poem After the War by K. Sachidanandan. Sachidanandan is known as a poet, philosopher, and critic in Kerala, and he writes about the discussion between Pandavas and Kauravas of Mahabharata, about the futility of their war and causes of their war. Okay, after the war, just listen me and read with me. At the end of the war, when the counting of dead bodies began, the Pandavas and Kauravas beat their brows together in horror. Why did we fight at all? Asked the Pandavas. How did they die? Asked the Kauravas. Whose cruel deed was this? Inquired Pandavas. Who was behind it? Who was behind it? Inquired the Kauravas. Aren't we kin? Pandavas wondered. Aren't we neighbors? Wondered Kauravas. Our rivers are the same, said the Pandavas. Our languages are the same, said the Kauravas. Our house was on the other bank of the river, remembered the Pandavas. Ours too, echoed the Kauravas. The same earth, the same water, the same sky, the same food. Pandavas sang in the chorus. And the same tree, the same blood, the same pain, the same dream. Kauravas took up the refrain. Then they polished their guns and began shooting one another. The poem is very simple, in simple words, but here and there some words have to be explained. Kin means kith and kin, you may know, friends and relatives. Kins are relatives. Then the same atmosphere narrated here, rivers and home and a homely life they enjoy, the language they use, everything represents the unity, ought to be united, but they quarreled. And here, refrain means retorted as the chorus of Pandavas is to be replied. Then they polished their guns. During the battle of Kurukshetra, there was no gun and there was no shooting of gun, but shooting of arrows were there. Hurling of spears were there. No gun. So gun can be explained as shooting of arrows. Okay. Then you read again. Listen these notes. Topic for discussion here is anti-war poetry. Anti-war poetry as a branch began after the First World War and Second World War. From the very awareness that war destroys everything, nothing creates. War makes hardships, no peace and stability. So poets of anti-war poetry always stand for peace and tries to explain people the futility of war. They project humanism, love, need of united life. Still, we are at war, internally and outwardly. And again, when we speak of nationalism and war, nationalism is also the cause of war. France and England once fought each other, and nationalism flared up in both countries, and that continued and ended this fight by the First World War and Second World War. Fighting among the colonies of those superpowers of those period. That is history. Like that way, when we reread Mahabharata, according to Sachidanand, Pandavas ask such a question. Kauravas also ask such a question. Why they entered into war? Why they quarreled? Why they did not come to terms with a solution to avoid a war? So their questions are to be answered by the reader. Means we must think of their answers. We must come to a conclusion finally that war results no peace. Okay.